Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming out in about 10 days, and we just got actually 2 more trailers for the game. Some leaked online, revealing minor story and gameplay details, in addition to a also cinematic. First off, there is the Adaptive Triggers edition, which you'll see in a second, adding another layer of immersion to gameplay, not just add a lot more. You're gonna see more on how big the game's world is now, bunch of suits and unlockables, and most importantly, that the game's actually gone gold.
Neither will I. This is my power. My responsibility. I am Spider-Man.
Reject the fanatical crusaders and the deranged servants of the self-proclaimed judge.
Lords of the Fallen is now coming out October 13 for PCs and the next generation of consoles only. If you missed it, we got a new trailer for it, just make sure to check it out. The game itself, if you are new to, is a reboot of a decade-old action RPG, which was technically announced 2 years ago, with the same name, except it's just Lords of the Fallen 2023. This is a Dark Souls or Dark Fantasy Souls-like action RPG. Here's some gameplay if you're wondering, and yes, it's quite a bit inspired by the Elden Ring.
To ash. Demon gods awaken. The undead stir. And our lands burn with the fire of Rogar. Those that dare to hope.
Seek the light.
Dare to believe. Dare to defy.
Another sinner.
Rise up and ignite the darkness.
Does your blasphemy know no bounds? Now you've written your darkness, brother. You are in the presence of a god-human.
Immortal or not,
Beg for forgiveness.
the gods will feel our blades. And they will bleed. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we're all ripped to pieces along the way.
Number 3, we have Alan Wake 2. You probably heard this by now. It's releasing October 27 this year. The game is now coming to PCs and the next generation of consoles only, and hopefully a few months after releasing on the past generation of consoles, and also then it's in the Switch with the cloud service. Anyway, Remedy released like a good 8 minutes of gameplay of in-game footage with ray tracing, Lumen DLSS in 4K resolution and 120 FPS, and some more stuff. Alan Wake is an action survival horror story-heavy narrative adventure in case you missed it.
You've got the wrong man! It's my fault! He got out!
Wake has a double. Where is he now?
I don't want to be in the story, just write me out of the story!
Crime is everywhere. It is plaguing the streets of old Detroit and is getting better organized, better armed, and more violent. Welcome to the world of RoboCop Rogue City.
Number 4, we have here one of the longest awaited games of these past few years, RoboCop Rogue City. This is a first-person RPG shooter that's set between the events of RoboCop 2 and 3, the movies. Nothing to worry about if you don't have a PC either. RoboCop Rogue City is releasing November 2nd this year on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X as well. Anyway, accompany the pre-order bonuses and announcements, we got this.
The higher your mission rating will be. Each skill point you earn can be used in one of the 8 branches to suit your playstyle. Combat, engineering, deduction, or psychology. It's your choice. During your missions, you'll also need to make difficult choices and decide how to solve problems according to your sense of justice. Upholding the law and protecting citizens are two directives that aren't always compatible. The fate of Old Detroit is in your cybernetic hands.
Coming from last year's PC gaming show, in case you missed it, we have ever since one of the biggest projects due in 2023, a science fiction thriller set in the same universe of the World of Rain games, a game called The Invincible. Invincible over here is a single-player experience offering a familiar experience to alien isolation. It's set on Mars and it's literally built with the use of Unreal Engine 5, which is the most unique thing about it. Game's coming to PCs and the next generation of consoles only November 6th this year now.
I don't know what this will lead me to, but I cannot fly away now. I will bring them on board. Alive?
Number 6, we have Focus Entertainment's latest game, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. These are the same folks who published Plague games, in addition to developers of the World War Z games, the new Evil Dead, and etc. Space Marine is, however, both an action-packed FPS experience, reminiscent of Gears of War, inspired by, and a classic adventure in phase. It's coming after 12 years of anticipation since its original game for PCs and the next generation of consoles around holidays this year. Now, as in the case of Crimson Desert, in case you missed it, Perlibis just went on and re-revealed the game with a rather lengthy gameplay trailer. Not just that, an update on its release, and said the game is coming out on all consoles now by the end of the year as well. Possibly holidays, just like the previous one. If you've been waiting on this thing, the game is a MMORPG you've been forgetting about, an open world hack and slasher coming from the same developers of Black Desert Online.
We need him stronger.
If you missed out on the announcement last month, Ghostrunner has a sequel also in the making, going by just the Ghostrunner 2. Simply that. For which, well, 505 just came out with this reveal trailer, some gameplay, short one but catchy, so the game's coming out next generation of consoles and PCs October 26 this year. Here's the thing, the original game, in case you're unfamiliar with, is one of the most fast-paced action games, but there's a lot of jumping, dashing, and a lot of wall running too.
Welcome to the short gameplay demonstration trailer for The Day Before, an upcoming open-world multiplayer survival game. The Day Before features a huge, stunningly detailed post-apocalyptic world destroyed by a terrible virus.
Formally announced to be coming out March this year, delayed about a few times already, and now finally coming out November 10. Number 9, it's once again The Day Before, the critically acclaimed open-world survival multiplayer shooter, and also one of the few AAA games in quality that's being built with the use of Unreal Engine 5. Anyway, we got a new trailer for it. The game is not only a huge multiplayer, it'll now be having an equally as big single-player campaign as well.
Let's see what we have here. Alright. I have found a great cowboy hat. Tell her everything's alright. And there aren't any more guns in the valley.
Easy, cowboy.
Listen up. This is Woodbury Survivor Colony speaking. If you can hear this message, it means that we have opened our doors for new survivors. We can give you food and shelter and ensure your safety. Here are the coordinates.
Did you hear that?
Yep, I got a message too.
Great. Maybe I can sell my junk there and get myself a better rifle.
Let's find some fuel and go.
In the Survivor Colony, you can sell and buy any items, as well as cooperate with other players.
It's been almost 10 years, but the long-awaited sequel to Talos Principle is now on its way, and it's revealed finally, and it does actually seem like a different game entirely. If you are new here, this is, you might have guessed, a first-person puzzle exploration game where the more you solve and go through the game itself, the more you will be having questions. Like the TV series Lost. Anyway, the game is coming to PCs and the next generation of consoles only, November 2nd this year. Sitting on Steam through a demo for almost a month now, at number 11 we have another Unreal Engine, almost cartoony at the same time, atmospheric action-adventure, challenge-based new IP here from Don't Nod, a game called Jusant. The trailer over here is pretty much showcasing everything you need to know about, a little bit of story, a little bit of gameplay, and most importantly a release date of October 36. Previously the game was coming out October 6th, but it's now delayed to 31st. Sonic Superstars, on the other hand, was promised to deliver an all-new take on the classic 2D Sonic fast-paced platformer style formula, is now coming out for Switch and PCs and also both generation of consoles on October 17 this year. The game was announced earlier this year, previously said to be coming out in November, but now actually a month earlier. Anyway, company good was we got a new trailer for it too.
And so it is written. The path you have taken has led to this moment, this honor.
And finally, PlayStack, the publishers, announced a delayed announcement for The Last Faith, which instead of later this month is going to be coming out November 15. Their upcoming game, Last Faith, in case you missed it, is a dark gothic Metroidvania Souls-like on its way to PC, Switch and other consoles, and will supposedly come out through an early access phase for a few months, then coming out fully for all consoles as well.
They are seekers of death. Merciless and cruel creatures, feeding on what consumes them in turn.
Embrace thy fate. Only retribution awaits you.
Your sins are laid bare. All that you have is a gift of my benevolence.